Greetings, welcome, and thanks so much for joining me. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing, here with another Choose One of 3 card reading for your monthly messages. I'm so honored to bring you your monthly messages for December 2024. Now, if you are new to these readings, this is how it works. You choose number 1, 2, or 3, and there's a corresponding card reading for your monthly messages. Now, if you know what your number is, 1, 2, or 3, there's a link down below to go to that reading straight away. But if you don't know what your number is this month, I will do a little bit of drumming, set some sacred space, and allow the number to arise for you. 1, 2, or 3. I invite you to join me in taking 3 deep cleansing breaths to clear away everything that's come before, everything that's coming later, and to focus in on this blessed present moment. What is your number? 1, 2, or 3? Greetings, number 1. Welcome, number 1, to your December 2024 messages. Number 1, your Celtic Dragon Tarot. No, number 1, you had 2 Celtic Dragon Tarot cards for December. They are, number 1, you've got the 10 of Wands. Interesting, number 1. Because along with it, you have the 9 of Swords. Holy cow, number 1, I've got clear messages coming up for you on these 2 cards, but let's see what else you have first. Your Viking rune, number 1, is the rune of partnership. I'll say more about this in a moment, number 1. And number 1, you had 2 fairy cards. Number 1, you have Miracle Healing and Dreams Coming True. Okay, here's what I'm getting for you, number 1, very clearly. Recently, as of late, even like right now, you're having some real challenges in your life experience. So on your life's journey right now, it's been pretty rocky. So lots of challenges, lots of struggle, even lots of feelings of, I don't want to say woe is me, number 1, but yeah, kind of woe is me. Absolutely head in the hands. What the heck is going on? How did I get myself here? How am I in this predicament? When will this end? And just a simply woe is me kind of feeling, in which you are wondering, when is this ever going to end? WTF. And so number 1, you've had these kinds of feelings lately. You've got them going on right now for you. And number 1, I'm getting the sense that these kinds of feelings are really centered on a specific relationship in your life. So this is the rune of partnership. It symbolizes multiple things. And so with the Viking runes, there are multiple layers with each Viking rune. And so in readings, when we read Viking runes, the layers are deep. It's not just one single meaning. And so number 1, what I'm getting for you for this month of December for your Viking rune is that this rune is symbolizing some kind of relationship in your life. Now, this Viking rune is sometimes called the rune of love. It could be a love relationship, but it doesn't have to be number 1. Also, number 1, it can be the relationship with yourself, the most important relationship we have throughout our whole lives. But absolutely, there's some real challenges, some real struggle as it pertains to some relationship in your life recently. But here's the thing, number one, there's real encouragement for you throughout the month of December because we have these two fairy cards. So you've got the fairies coming to the rescue to saying, yes, you're going through the challenges. Yes, you're experiencing the struggles. Maybe a lot of your struggles are with your own self. I mean, isn't that true of all of us, right? Number one. But the fairies are saying, please pick up your head. Don't dismay because the struggle is nearing an end. You've got miracle healing on the way. And yes, indeed, dreams coming true. And so you're really being encouraged, number one, throughout the month of December to pick your head up, to look around and notice and realize and recognize that indeed the struggle is almost over. You are almost at the top of this challenging mountain. To look back down and realize how far you've come and how well you've done. Celebrate your progress. Celebrate your endurance and your resilience, number one, because indeed you've got growth from this experience and positivity on the way. You've got dreams coming true for yourself. And so these cards are really just saying, yes, number one, there is an end to the struggle. There is an end to the challenges. So have faith and know that. I'm just getting the encouragement for you, number one, to maybe consider picturing the sun rising on the horizon and knowing that the sun indeed will rise. You know, it was Florence Scovel Shinn in one of her famous books, I believe The Game of Life, where she wrote, it is darkest before the dawn, but the dawn never fails. Trust in the dawn. And so number one, throughout the month of December, trust in the dawn. It may be dark right now, but the sun is rising soon. It may be darkest right before the sun rises, but indeed the sun is rising. You know, actually, number one, it is like a fact that it gets coldest right before the sun rises. And so the coldest part of the day, the coldest part of the night is that time just before the sun rises. And so it might be kind of cold for you right now, literally and figuratively, depending upon where in the world you live, number one. But trust and know that the sun is rising, warmth is coming, and hold that vision for yourself throughout December of the sun rising. Know that indeed it is on the way. I'm also getting encouragement for you to consider bringing gratitude into your December. To consider, as you picture that sun rising and hold that vision, to consider the things that you are grateful for and to be giving gratitude, including number one, giving gratitude that this indeed is almost over. It is indeed coming to an end. Well, number one, of course, I'm sending lots of blessings and best wishes to you throughout your December. Lots of blessings and best wishes to overcoming those challenges and struggles. And indeed, number one, it is the time of year for my very low-cost, self-paced Back to Center program to help you move forward into the new year with power and purpose. You can learn more at standingstoneshealing.com/back-to-center, and you can get started on that self-paced, low-cost program to help usher in a powerful and purposeful new year. So, number one, I'm sending so many blessings and best wishes to the end of your 2024. Those are some great messages for the end of your 2024 and the dawning of a new day. Thanks so much, number one. Sending lots of blessings and best wishes to your December 2024. Greetings, number two. Welcome, number two, to your December 2024 messages. Number two, your Celtic Dragon Tarot card is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, number 2. Clear messages coming up for you on this. But first, let's see what else you have in store. Aha! Wow! Number 2, very clearly corresponding with this card, we have the Rune of Opening. The Rune of Opening, number 2. And number 2, you have 2 fairy cards for your December. You have, whoa, number 2, sexuality. And you have honoring your true feelings. All right, number 2, what is going on for you with these cards in December? Well, number 2, I don't know the whole story. Maybe you know a little bit more than I do, but here is what I know. Number 2, you've been feeling kind of trapped lately. You've been feeling enchained. You've been feeling stuck. You've been feeling like you are kind of behind bars. But number 2, here's the actual truth of those feelings. You have been able to free yourself at any time. Do you see how the door, the window is open? This person, yeah, sure, maybe they've got some twine wrapped around them, but they're not in jail like they think they are. The door is open. They are not behind bars. And indeed, they can walk through that door and to freedom at any time. Number 2, the feeling of being confined and jailed is all right here. And so, number 2, indeed, there is an opening. Even if it doesn't feel like it, there is an opening for you, and there has always been an opening. And so you are being encouraged, number 2, throughout the month of December to look for the openings and to notice the openings, especially when it feels like you are confined and it feels like you are stuck and it feels like you are behind bars. You indeed are not. That sense of being behind bars is only in your own mind. And so it's time to break out. Now, here are some things that are going to assist you with recognizing the openings and breaking out of here. Number 2. Number 1, you've got the encouragement to ask for help. The dragons are here to assist you. They are waiting for you to just ask. Instead of throwing up your hands and saying, woe is me, you've got assistance around you, and ask. Ask for the help. Number 1. Number 2, number 1, that's number 1, number 2. Number 2, tapping into your own sexuality is going to help with this as well. You know, when it comes to this sexuality card, there are lots of layers of meaning to sexuality. And so what I'm getting for you is the encouragement to kind of tap into that side of yourself and let it go. Let it run wild. Let it be free. Whatever that means to you. You know, maybe wearing perfume, cologne, essential oil, smelling nice. Maybe it means dressing up and putting on some hot new clothes or those cute shoes that you like to wear to help you feel sexy. Maybe it feels like, you know, getting it on with your partner or whatever, or maybe even your not partner. I don't know, number 2. But what I do know is that sense of coming into your own self physically and being sensual is going to help with these feelings of being confined and the sense of wanting to break free and feeling stuck when actually, remember, you're not so stuck as it might seem, number 2. Now, number 2, this sense of confinement can very well have to do with your sense of sexuality, but it doesn't have to be. But know that this sexuality card is encouraging you to lean into that, tap into that, and use that to help you feel less confined and restricted and to help you feel more free, number 2. Now, what else is going to help you to feel more free? Number two, number two is honoring your true feelings. So really asking yourself how you feel, being real and honest with yourself about this sense of confinement, being real and honest with yourself about feeling like you are behind bars, and being real and honest with yourself, number two, that indeed the openings are there. And maybe you're just choosing not to see them because you're so focused on the feelings of confinement. Also, an encouragement to be honoring your true feelings in those instances when you feel confined, those areas of your life where you might feel confined or feel restricted, to really be true about that and also to express that truth to others. And so it's time, number two, throughout December, to work to maybe not confine your voice so much and to free up your own voice to be able to honor your feelings, express them, and to help with those feelings of feeling confined and feeling jailed, because truly they are feelings and not reality. Number two, our feelings are not truth. Oh, I just said that. And so our feelings are indeed to be honored, but feelings aren't always correct in terms of reflecting the reality of a situation, because you might feel confined, but it doesn't mean you really truly are. You might feel like you are wrapped up, but remember, number two, the door is open and you can walk through at any time. So number two, I'm sending lots of blessings to you for your December 2024 and walking through that door, recognizing that you have the power to shake off those chains, to shake off those bandages, because indeed they are really here. The strongest bonds that you are feeling in your life right now, number two, are inside your head. So honor your feelings, lean into your own sensuality, speak your truth to help you move forward in your December and to feel not so confined as and constricted as you close out the year and move into 2025. Now, number two, in order to help you close out the year and move into 2025 with power and purpose, it is the time of year when I offer my low-cost Back to Center program to help you move into the new year with power and purpose. You can learn more, check it out, and get started at standingstoneshealing.com/back-to-center. Indeed, it sure will help you to feel empowered and more free and less restricted as you move into 2025. So number two, I'm sending lots of blessings and best wishes to your December 2024. Greetings, number three. Welcome, number three, to your December 2024 messages. Number three, you had two Celtic Dragon Tarot cards for your December. You have, number three, nice. It is the Celtic Dragon Tarot card of Strength. I love it, number three. And you also have, number three, I've got it coming up for you loud and clear, the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, number three. Now, before we talk about these two cards, you had two Viking runes for your December, number three. They are the rune of Harvest and the rune of Breakthrough. Excellent, number three. And finally, your fairy card is Look Inside Yourself, number three. Time to look inside yourself. All right, number three, so here's what's going on for your December 2024. First of all, number three. Lately, you've been feeling some feelings of imposter syndrome. some feelings of, I'm not so sure that I belong here. How did I end up here? I'm not in the right place. Some feelings of, oh no, I've come to the wrong party. Hey, I don't know, number 3, maybe you might stumble upon a party and say, oh no, I don't belong here during the month of December. But here's the thing, number 3, you're being encouraged to recognize and honor that you do belong. You do belong. And so even though you might walk through the door and find that there's a party was going on, and oh no, I really don't belong here. This isn't the right place for me, right? Is it okay for me to be at the party? It is okay for you to be at the party. Number 3, indeed, you do belong. And so number 3, with those feelings of imposter syndrome or that sense of not being sure that you belong, you've got some real encouragement for you. Number 3, first of all, you're being encouraged to recognize your own inner strength, to tap into that and to even celebrate that throughout the month of December. Now, when you find yourself in these imposter syndrome situations and these feelings of I don't belong, you're being encouraged to remind yourself of your own inner strength. You're being encouraged to remind yourself that indeed you've got the power, even if it might not seem like it, and even if in these moments of feeling like an imposter or you don't belong, that you might feel powerless or you might not feel strong. It's a real opportunity for you to recognize your own inner strength. The fairies are encouraging that as well when they're saying, number 3, look inside yourself. So often, number 3, we look to others to empower us. And we look to others to help us feel strong. And we even look to others to tell us that we belong. But throughout December, number 3, you're being encouraged to look inside yourself, to recognize your own inner strength and power, and to honor your own self and your own belonging, no matter where you might find yourself throughout December. As a matter of fact, number 3, you don't need me to encourage you to that you have the strength to move forward throughout your December. And so you're being encouraged to look inward, number 3, for your own inner sense of strength and to empower yourself. Now, here's some more encouragement for you from the Viking runes. You've got the rune of breakthrough and the rune of harvest. And these runes are saying loud and clear, number 3, that these instances in which you are feeling less than powerful, in which you're feeling kind of like an imposter and you don't belong, you're being encouraged to reflect upon the ways in which they are growth opportunities, because they are very rich opportunities for you to do some deeper self-reflection, to tap into your own inner well of strength and power, and to use them as opportunities for deeper spiritual growth and development on your journey. And so the Viking runes are saying these are great opportunities with the rune of breakthrough, and there is much to be harvested from these opportunities. And so, number 3, as you go throughout your December, depending upon how you celebrate December, number 3, you may find yourself at some parties where you are saying, how did I get here? Do I belong? I don't belong here. You might even find yourself feeling like an imposter at the parties, or feeling like you don't belong at the parties, feeling like you shouldn't have a seat at the table, or that there isn't room for you at the table. And so if you find yourself number 3, you find yourself feeling those feelings throughout December, including at particular celebrations that you might attend, you are being encouraged to stop, recognize those feelings, honor them, and use them as an opportunity to look inside yourself, an opportunity for personal breakthrough, an opportunity for growth and harvesting a deeper sense of self on your spiritual journey. That sounds pretty powerful, number 3. And so, indeed, you've got the power, number 3, within yourself. You've got the strength. Recognize that, tap into that, use these opportunities when you feel like an imposter or that you don't belong to do some deeper exploration of those feelings and to allow those experiences to propel you to greater growth. Wow, number 3, that sounds pretty powerful on your spiritual journey for your December 2024. Now, number 3, I also want to mention that here it is, the end of the year. Congratulations on the end of a year and the beginning of a new one in 2025. And at this time of year, every year, I offer my very low-cost, self-paced program, Back to Center. Now, this program is designed to help you move powerfully and with purpose into the new year, into your 2025. And number 3, it absolutely will help you with exploring some of these deeper feelings and to do a deep dive into your year and into what you want for your next year as well. You can check it out at standingstoneshealing.com/back-to-center, that self-paced program. Well, number 3, I'm sending so many blessings and best wishes to that deep inner exploration and the opportunities for exploration, number 3, throughout your December 2024. Sending so many blessings and best wishes to your December 2024.